Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished faculty members, esteemed guests, and my fellow graduates. It is an incredible honor to stand before you today and address you as the representatives of the Student Council. After 10 incredible months of growth, learning, and building lifelong friendships, we're gathered here today to celebrate our remarkable journey and give thanks to those who supported us throughout this chapter of our lives. The first day at INSEAD is still vivid in our minds. We were all dressed up in our best suits and blouses, filled with anticipation and nerves, excited to embark on this path. It is astonishing to think back and comprehend how close we have grown as a cohort and how much we have evolved personally since that day. We all came together to Fontainebleau from various corners of the globe, bringing with us diverse academic and professional backgrounds, cultures, and perspectives. Accordingly, we all had individual and distinct reasons for coming here. Yet, we shared the common desires to not only be taught by impressive professors and academics, but we joined to leave our comfort zones, experience new cultures, and build a strong and inspiring network of people who actively shape the world we live in through business. Looking back, it is clear that we have achieved this and so much more.
None of these achievements would have been possible without the unwavering support of the exceptional faculty and staff here at INSEAD. And we would like to take this moment to express our heartfelt gratitude to the CDC, the Student Life Team, and our professors and teaching staff for creating a truly unparalleled experience during our time here. Furthermore, we extend our appreciation to the team at Freddy's, Asperedos and the Hub, as well as the housekeeping staff, receptionists, gym staff, the mailing service team, and countless others who have contributed to the warm and welcoming atmosphere here at INSEAD. And let's give them all a resounding round of applause. We would also like to offer special thanks to Ilya Mihov, who will be leaving his deanship at INSEAD this year. Ilyan, your contributions were significant in the establishment of the MIM program, and for that, we want to give you a warm round of applause. In addition, there are three individuals who deserve a special mention. Farhan, I don't know where you are, but I'm sure you're in the room. Despite joining the MIM program management only a few months ago, your dedication to building the MIM has been evident throughout the short time we spent together. And we look forward to see what you will bring to the next cohort. Agatha, speaking on behalf of everyone, I can confidently say that we have rarely encountered someone as warm, caring, and humorous as you. You familiarize yourselves with the names of almost every MIM student entering the program and provided unwavering support to each and every one of us. And lastly, the man of the hour, Thibaut Sigouret. Thibaut, your deep affection to INSEAD is noticeable to us all. And I often wonder every day when you walk into the office whether you wear INSEAD socks and underwear. And to be completely clear, that is not something I mentally picture right now. But all jokes aside, your love for INSEAD, and in particular the MIM program, is profound. And this translates into genuine concern and care for us as a cohort, as well as us as individuals. And on behalf of all MIM students, we want to thank Farhan, Agatha, and Thibaut for the incredible impact you made on us. And for that, we would like to give you a standing ovation.
Reflecting on the past 10 months, there are three key INSEAD values we learned and embodied in particular. Firstly, one of the values we were taught very early on in the program was that failure is not only okay, but encouraged. I'm sure we all remember Thibaut showing us the rejection bell, which is a bell you ring whenever you get rejected from a job. The person closest to you at that moment would then be obliged to buy you a drink in celebration. I recall most of us were eligible to ring the bell more often than we would have wanted. Nonetheless, we learned to honor failure, not only as it is the best way to learn and grow, but because it is a sign of courage and boldness to aim high and strive for something incredible. The second INSEAD value we embodied was becoming a force for good. This is reflected in the numerous initiatives our cohort was able to build and drive. It is remarkable how much we were able to achieve in that short amount of time, especially considering these initiatives were ran in parallel to hours of navigating studying, group work, career prep, and socializing. From last year's cohort, we were able to continue and expand on the many initiatives mentioned by Uspayer. In addition to those, our classmates built new initiatives and events, including the Marketing Initiative, which helped enlighten students on marketing, the Comedy Club, where students brought the cohort together through laughter by presenting entertaining stand-up sketches, and Emerald Consulting, a pro bono initiative which gave its members practical consulting experience across 6 countries. Besides the initiatives, our students planned ski and diving trips and organized cultural events such as the Chinese New Year. We also cannot forget the work put in by our students to prepare and lead study sessions before exams to help us pass the season. We're so proud and grateful to all of you who showed up to embody being a force for good. Let's give the many students involved a big round of applause. Thirdly, and the value we found most compelling, is that we were able to create a culture of helping without asking for anything in return. We celebrated Give, Give, Get Day, in which we emphasized the importance of giving more than you receive in return. I'm certain we've all experienced this, but the funny thing about giving and being generous with your time and energy is that you usually tend to receive so much more than you give in return. We feel strongly that we were able to create this culture of giving, even beyond this day. It is reflected in the activities our classmates organized, as mentioned earlier, but also in day-to-day interactions. No one would ever be made to feel out of place for asking a classmate that you may or may not regularly talk to for help in their career preparations or aesthetic slide making or travel recommendations. Not only that, but our environment also enabled us to bring up personal matters and ask for advice, no matter the perceived closeness to that person, as we were able to create a sense of safety in our cohort. Now, looking forward, we won't be as physically close to each other as we used to be. However, we can be certain that wherever in the world we may go, we have a friend who we can run to when in need. These personal bonds and the culture of giving are perhaps the most precious things we created and received this year.
We also want to give some food for thought for what the future holds. And as Professor Rodolfo would say, you don't need to remember any of this, but maybe it's a good takeaway. When we embarked on this journey at INSEAD that Yuko so beautifully described, we were immersed in an environment that fostered intellectual growth, exposed us to different perspectives, and equipped us with the knowledge and skills to navigate the complex world of business. It is an incredible privilege that we know we should not take for granted. However, with this privilege also comes responsibility. And going forward, we have an obligation to extend our reach beyond the walls of INSEAD, and also consider those who have not had the same opportunities. One of the greatest challenges we face today is the growing divide between those with access to higher education and those without. Imbalances, what Ilian talked about. And while we celebrate our achievements today, let us also remember that many talented individuals exist outside the realm of business schools. They possess unique talents, insights, and experiences that can enrich our understanding and transform our approach to bringing value to society. Now, many of you know that one of my brothers, his name is Rick, is about to head to the Caribbean to become a kitesurfing teacher. But before that, he learned to become an electrician. And over the last years, he has helped numerous companies with installing and repairing electronically operated doors. In doing so, he took an innovative approach and discovered ways of improving these electronic mechanisms. We depend on people like Rick in our society, not only because they help for a smooth functioning of how we live, but also because people like him are literally at the forefront of innovation. And as we embark on our future careers, let us remember the lessons we have learned from Rick and so many others like him. Let us strive to create organizations that are not only diverse in appearance, but also in thought, perspective, and experience. And let me finish with the advice that by actively seeking out and working with individuals who bring a different lens to the table, we will be able to unlock new opportunities for growth, new opportunities for innovation, and new opportunities to use business as a force for good. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Yuko and Tis, for your engagement, and the entire MIM Council for serving this last academic year. It's now my great pleasure to give a few minutes to Thibaut to come and address you and the parents, so you can also see and hear a little bit what your students have gone through in the last 12 months. Thibaut is a graduate from INSEAD's MBA program from 2012. He then joined the video game industry and became an edtech entrepreneur, then rejoined education in person, and eventually came back to INSEAD to lead the establishment of the MIM program. Please help me welcome Thibaut to the stage.